And good evening. We are live again. Here we are ready to do our show tonight. And it is always a pleasure to be here on a Wednesday night. We've been talking last week, we talked about sales. We've been talking about the takeaway business in restaurants, how important that is and how fast it's growing and everything that's going on and everything that's happening. And with DoorDash and Uber Eats, and they're literally popping up everywhere. That's an expensive way for restaurants to go. And what we're going to do tonight is I found a case study, and I want to share that with you. I've gone over it several times, and it's a very good case study. And I think it's something that you could use if you're interested in getting the restaurant market. I think right now, with all the marketing that's going on to restaurants, I think this is a prime opportunity to jump into that market. I know I've said for years, I didn't want to get in that market. I got into it when I first started with App Wizard, and I absolutely hated it. But there comes a time in life when you have to make adjustments and change and look at the surroundings and, see if the grass is actually greener on the other side and so forth. So we're going to take a look at a case study tonight as we go into training. Real quick, just a little housekeeping. If you have not joined our Facebook group and you're watching on YouTube, we broadcast on YouTube Live and Facebook at the same time. Go to facebook.com/groups/AWS Mastermind. If once again, and we've had several people trying to join and we don't know who they are, we will block you out because we're very protective of the group to keep spam out. Just send us a message and we'd be more than happy to put you in the group if your account and your Facebook doesn't match up. Also, you can watch us live over at YouTube. If you have not watched us over at YouTube, you can watch us live over at YouTube. Just go to App Wizard Studio. You'll see the little icon right there and just follow us on YouTube. Real quick disclaimer, App Wizard Studio nor I cannot guarantee just because you're watching training, you will make any sales, create any traffic, or increase your income. Every person is different, has different work ethics and different desires. So tonight, we are going to talk about this takeaway case study. Takeaway business in restaurants is huge right now. I was on the road just the other day and was in my hotel. I was extremely tired. I didn't want to go anywhere. There was a full service restaurant right down the street. They had a little placard, a place card inside the hotel room. And they were promoting that they used DoorDash. I went on the DoorDash app and found the restaurant, ordered what I wanted, and it was there in about less than 30 minutes. Probably quicker than if I would have gone to the restaurant and sat there because the restaurant was about 15 minutes away to begin with. So, it's just restaurants is a very, very competitive space, and it's extremely important that they stay competitive in that space. And the way that's happening today is through how? It's through takeaway. And, it's one of those things that I believe that the cutting edge is right there. Now, what people aren't looking at, and I've been looking around and looking at this very closely, everybody's using companies that are charging them a fee when they could be doing the same thing by setting up their own app and saving a ton of money. Now, with that said, I want to remind you, if you do a restaurant app, it's extremely important that you charge properly for that. I'm talking upwards to, $750 to $1,000 setup, depending on how many changes. Restaurants have a lot of changes. They're going to use a lot of SMS. They're just going to do a lot of things that are different than what the normal app is. So make sure you set your pricing accordingly. They can be very time consuming. 10 restaurants can do as much for you as 200 apps. go out and get you 10 restaurants, set up their takeaway, show them how to set up the systems. And we're going to talk about that tonight a little bit in this case study. Now, I want you to look at something right here. This is very important, okay? This is very, very important. Oops, did not mean to do that. Meant to do this right here. Right here, 12 months. I hope everybody sees that. 12 months. And highlight it again. Because what happens is, and we all know this, and some people, I had a person call me the other day and said, I always set up a 12-month contract. And we started looking in their program, and they had 2 apps that hadn't been in there for more than 3 months. So, 12 months is something you need to think about when you're setting someone up, is that 12-month plan, okay? And that's very, very important when you start looking at that and you start doing the things that you're going to do. Let's see. All right. So let's get into this study. Well, I know what I'm doing here. Hang on a second. Let me back this up. I'm on the wrong slide. There we go. I was running through these before training. So let's get started. First off, this was the research that was done, okay? Takeaways and restaurants have shown a clear demand for apps to improve and modernize business and customer service facilities through trending smartphone functionality. Everyone here knows that is watching this training. Everyone here knows that the app business is booming. If you're not involved in it and you've been doing it for a while and your business isn't booming, we talked about that last week during sales training. But you need to get out there and you need to jump on it because it's absolutely booming. They interviewed 10 randomly selected regional takeaway businesses and compiled all responses that highlighted common problems, concerns, and repeat processes that could be reduced by the introduction of a mobile app. Now, one thing that I get a lot of times when I talk to people on the phone and we're sitting there discussing their problems or their issues, we assume that businesses all have apps. And I'll never forget, I can't remember what the business was, but Will Sims, this was several years ago, he said he went by this business every single day. And he said, I never went in to see if they had a mobile app. He said, I just assumed that they had one. And he drove by one day and they had a big sign in the window, make sure you get our new app. So don't assume anything until you go in and talk to someone. One clear problem for Indian and Chinese takeaways was phone capacity at peak times. Phone meaning people calling in trying to set up orders. However, this wasn't a problem for pizza takeaways as the capacity limit was the ovens. To validate the hypotheses, they devised 3 tests. Surveyed 200 takeaway business owners, held face-to-face on-street questionnaires with 150 members of the general public, and phoned 150 takeaways at peak times. This is what they found. 73% of takeaway owners agreed that phones being engaged at peak times was a significant issue for the business. What would greatly delineate the phone time is an app with an ordering system on it. 63% of consumers questioned on the street had at some point called a takeaway and experienced engaged tones and not called back. We all know that we call businesses often, okay? We call businesses often. We leave a message and no one ever calls back. Oh, let me call you right back. What happens? They get busy on the phone. Things start happening. They don't never think about you again. 34% of the time when calling a takeaway business during peak times on Friday through Sunday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., the phone line was engaged. Meaning what? The phone line was busy. I mean, the whole time that you're trying to get through, you're trying to order, phone lines are busy. That's the reason people go to DoorDash. That's the reason people go to Uber Eats. That's the reason people are setting up mobile transportation systems for products as we speak today. Walmart's getting ready to do it. Walmart's realized I live just outside of Dallas. Every time I go to the airport, I drive by a huge Amazon plant, Amazon warehouse. It's huge. I mean, I don't know how big it is, but it takes up acres and acres and acres of land over by the airport. And when they first started, and I'm sure you guys have seen this, you would see normal delivery trucks in there. You know what you see now? You don't see normal delivery trucks because Jeff Bezos said, you know what? We're spending all of our money on delivering local packages. Why don't we go into the local package delivery business and start delivering it ourselves? So if Bezos was smart enough to figure out that, hey, if we delivered ourselves, we can save a ton of money, even though they got to buy all the trucks, hire the employees and all that stuff, and still make money and make sure that on-time delivery is done because, you know, on Prime, you get it within 2 days and sometimes you get it within 1 day. So building up that part of your business, especially with restaurants, is very, very, very powerful today. And it's something that is not going to go away. It's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. The process also revealed that takeaway business owners who were using aggregator companies such as Just Eat, Fill My Belly, Hungry House, Uber Eats, Dash, DoorDash, all those places to accept online orders were prone to further concerns. One, high commission and admin fees up to 15%, resulting in reduced profit margins for businesses. I mean, think about that for a moment. For every $100 order, for every $100 bill, that's $15 that it's costing that restaurant owner. Okay. So what if they do 10 of those a night? 10 of those, just 10 of those a night. That's $150 a day. That's $4,500 a month that they're paying in commission and admin fees. Does everybody see where I'm going with this? Complete dismissal of brand control. When you give up your business to someone else to do it, do you think DoorDash wants Carrie's Pizza on their app? It's going to be on there, but it's going to be on the DoorDash app. They're going to click on the DoorDash icon, and it's going to say DoorDash. You give up complete control. We've been talking about branding for a very, very long time. Businesses were simply seen as conveyor belts and providers of food rather than being an individual takeaway service. Lack of ownership and communication, losing customers to competitors, and the inability to promote offers, loyalty rewards to regular or new customers. If you do not maintain your customer base, okay, if you don't maintain your customer base and you're allowing Uber Eats or DoorDash or Just Eat or Hungry, if you allow any other aggregator to take control of your delivery, you have lost ownership and communication with your customers. Why? Because it's coming in through their system, not your system. This is your solution that you need to be offering every single day, okay? Designed to match your restaurant's website, color scheme, or logo, offer 100% brand control. CRM system and app. Using the CRM app or website, administrators can gain control over incoming orders and see all app actions. You're going to have to set up a process to where, and all they need is a computer or a tablet. A computer or a tablet so that they can receive the orders once they come across. How are they going to come across? They're going to come across via email, all right? And they're going to come across just like it's ordered on the app. Customer loyalty, offer rewards and discounts for repeat business and encourage customer loyalty. Let customers earn points using check-ins, QR scans, or purchases. Social media marketing. You will be amazed at the number of people who say, oh yeah, I have a Facebook page. And if you're not looking at that Facebook page before you walk out of that business, shame on you. Because that's going to tell you every single thing you need to know about that business. It's going to tell you every single thing you need to know what they're not doing properly. In-app payment provides customers the ability to pay right inside the app with their credit card. PayPal is what we hook up to. Order history allows customers to reorder their favorite meals quickly and easily. Now, a lot of people say, well, people don't like PayPal. Home Depot uses PayPal, Lowe's uses PayPal, a lot of big box stores uses PayPal, Amazon uses PayPal, Walmart uses PayPal. I mean, PayPal is a huge provider today. Full menu listing enables customers to browse and order easily and quickly, include pictures and descriptions, please include pictures and descriptions. And this goes back to what I was talking about, how expensive it can be to maintain these apps. Now, we've just talked about if on every $100 order, they're paying out $15. So at $15, they do $1,000 in business. They're paying out $150 a night, okay, a day. And some of these places are pumping out 20 and 30 orders a day. All right. So think about that. Think about that. Not including the admin fees. Push notifications. We talk about this, and talk about this. App ownership enables businesses to connect with their customers anytime they need by using push notification modules. What is our push notification module? Texting, SMS, okay? Send unlimited messages per month. Notify customers of special in-app discounts, new menu items, or special offers. Messages can be scheduled in advance or ready for the week or month ahead. Everything can be set up in advance, okay? Those things will change. There again, be prepared for that when you set up your pricing. Create custom audience keywords to target specific user groups. All right, the regular customers, new customers, VIPs, and you can have those keywords set up how? On table tents, on text messages that you send out. Hey, text Carrie to 27126 and get our VIP specials. Guess what? Now you have a VIP list, because you know those people that are texting that number are looking for what? VIP specials. So make sure that you use the entire realm of everything you have. Everything you have. The takeaway industry is not going away. It's continually going to explode. It's going to continue to grow. Be a part of that phenomenon. It's absolutely amazing what's going to happen. All right. So we're going to continue next week. We're going to start talking about some other businesses that you can go into, hair salons and different things like that. And we're going to start talking about a few sales scripts. I'm going to give you a sales script and go through a sales script. And we're going to continue helping you to build your business. Everybody have a great evening. Good night. God bless. And we will see you next Wednesday night.